OSLD or OSLDs are optically stimulated luminescence dosimeters. First of all, we should know about the dosimeter. What is dosimeter? Dosimeter is an instrument that measures the dose of ionizing radiation. Usually, it comprises the measuring assembly like electrometer that will measure the read the dose, and one or more assemblies like this. And we can classify the dosimeter into the two categories. One is active and the other one is passive. Active is where you can directly display the result of the dose output, and passive is that we cannot display the dose output directly, but we can record the signal and later on we can retrieve the dose. So for example, active dosimeters are direct measurements, so directly we can measure the ionizing radiation, and the instrument that will measure the radiations. So instrument's name is ionization chamber or semiconductors that will use to measure the air karma rate, patient dose and CT phantom dose. Next is passive dosimeters are the measurement of the dosimeter that indirectly measure the radiations that we later retrieve the dosing by these dosimeters. Solid state devices, these are passive dosimeters are the solid state devices that are TLD, optical stimulated luminescence dosimeters, film bar. These all are the passive dosimeters. OSLDs are designed to provide X-rays, beta rays, gamma rays and neutron radiation monitoring by OSL technology. OSL is a method that is designed to establish itself in the whole body dosimeters. So OSL dosimeter provide a very high degree of sensitivity by giving an accurate reading as low as 1 millirem for X-rays and gamma rays photons with the energy that will range from the 5 keV to 40 MeV. So in the diagnostic imaging, because of the higher sensitivity of OSL dosimeters, that make it ideal for monitoring in the low radiation environment. So because of the advantages, for example, ability to reread again and again and high sensitivity to measure the low dose also, that this technology becomes very popular nowadays. Materials that used for the OSLD is a aluminium oxide doped in a carbon. So it contains defects in a crystal structure. Basically, OSL methodology of personal monitoring is used to determine the dose record, and this OSL technology is used as an alternative to TLD and film batches. Materials are also same as a crystalline material that is used in TLD. सो OSLD में मोस्टली जो कॉमनली यूज मटेरियल है वो है एल्युमिनियम ऑक्साइड एंड इट इज़ डॉप्ड विद द कार्बन टू मेक सम impurity. So while TLD, the trapped electrons are free by heating the card. So thus by the heating, like by simulation of a heat, OSL uses the simulation of light instead of heating. Then the detector releases the stored energy in the form of a light. So light output is measured by a photomultiplier tube. So that is photomultiplier is used to measure the unit for the dose. So OSL dosimeters, they are worn on a chest level, they worn outside the clothing. So major difference of if we'll compare with TLD luminescence is produced by light beam rather than heat. Generally OSL methodology जो है it can be employed in personal dosimeter to determine the dose record, and it is alternative method to TLD and film dosimeters Materials suitable were also similar to TLD, that is a crystalline material. So somewhere the same material is also used as in TLD. So method, it make use of a electron trapped between the valence and conduction band of a certain material. So the ionizing radiation produce electron hole pairs. Electrons, as you can see, this is a conduction band and this is a valence band, and this is a forbidden gap. So electrons makes a ionizing radiation produce a hole pairs. Hole pairs means electrons in the conduction band and holes in the valence band. Electrons in the conduction band and holes in the valence band. Electrons that have been excited to the conduction band, they may become entrapped in the electron or hole traps. So under the simulation of light, electron may free themselves from the trap and get into the, from this trap they will free and get into again into the conduction band, and they can recombine with the holes that traps in the hole. They can recombine with holes trapped in a hole traps. If the center of the hole is luminescent center, then the emission of light will occur. So photons, they are detected by the photomultiplier tube. So the signal from the tube, then it is used to calculate the dose that the material has absorbed. Not all the electrons are free from the traps. If light output from OSL dosimeter is analyzed over a short period of time, so many electrons will remain trapped inside these hole traps. Means OSLD can reread many times without significant loss of a signal. So all the electrons are not emit, like all the electrons are not free from the traps. So that's why some of the electrons are trapped inside the hole traps, so that we can reread again and again without the loss of a signal. Again I will show you the electrons move to trap in a band gap. ठीक है, as I showed in last this is valence band, this is conduction band. So electrons क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे बैंड गैप है जो उसके अंदर जो है मूव होना शुरू करेंगे. जितनी ज़्यादा एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब होगी उतने ही ग्रेटर नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल एब्जॉर्ब इन दिस गैप. सो ऑन द एक्सेस, जब हम इसको एक्सेस करेंगे बाय सम लाइट, बाय एक्सपोजिंग द OSLD by some light, like in TLD case we are heating the TLD card, so then it will emit some light. But in this case OSLD, we are exposing the dosimeter with some light. So when electron free, they will fall to lower energy by this band, and then it will emit some light photons. Photomultiplier detect करता है photons को. So the intensity of light is measured. Signal from PMT is used to calculate the dose. So this is a fundamental of OSLD dosimeters, which I already showed you. So now OSLD is conceptually, it is simple, but at the same time accurate and versatile dosimetric method. Some of the features we will tell you in this simplicity. So it is most obvious strength of OSLD technique is its simplicity. So that is attributed in few of the aspects. So it is similar to TLD, and it is completely optical technique. OSL readers require simple, inexpensive and low energy consuming components. Both TLD and OSL detector work as a passive detectors. They will tell the reading later on. So no high energy heaters required in this method, in this technology. And even we can use the plastic in a manufacturing. OSLD needs simple instrumentations and components that are easy to integrate. OSLD components are dosimeter, laser or LEDs, light emitting diodes. OSL requires sensitive light detector that is called photomultiplier tube. So इसमें क्या है, what we need, photomultiplier tube itself is a component, and high voltage power supply fed by the low voltage, that is 5 volt, and amplifier circuit. सो बेसिक एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप में आ जाएगा आपके पास यहाँ पे लाइट सोर्स, सो डैट इज़ लेज़र. यहाँ पे हम सो इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन कंपोनेंट्स रिक्वायर्ड इन OSLD dosimeter includes light source, and light source is used for the simulation as a laser or LED. So these are the spectral filters that is used to select the wavelength of light source and remove the short wavelength light. So these are the filters that are called spectral detection filters. They will absorb simulation light while transmitting the OSL signal from the dosimeter, so that will not disturb the recording. Then is a photomultiplier tube for recording the light emitted by the dosimeter and the required electronics. So intensity, इसमें क्या होगा कि intensity of a simulation light, this intensity जो है simulation light की, it is much more higher than the OSL का signal का जो intensity है. So it is very critical to use the correct spectral filtrations in front of the light source. So this light intensity is too much compared to this signal. So यहाँ पे ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि correct spectral filtration use करें in front of the light source. So and PMT के आगे, दोनों के आगे हमें फिल्टर्स यूज़ करने हैं, so we can avoid the detection of a simulation light. So for example, इसका मैं example बताती हूँ आपको. When you are using the broadband LED sources like green at a 525, this one 525 nanometer, or blue at a 470 nanometer, then long pass filters above the 450 nanometer can be placed in front of the LED. This filter can be placed in front of a LED. And band base जो filters हैं with the transmission between the 290 nanometer and 370 nanometer के बीच में जो हो transmission, that can be placed in front of the PMT, photomultiplier tube. So जब क्या होगा, लेज़र लाइट जैसे 532 हमारी लेज़र लाइट है नैनोमीटर की, फ्रॉम डबल फ्रीक्वेंसी लेज़र इज़ यूज्ड फॉर द सिमुलेशन, देन एडिशनल लेज़र मिरर्स शुड बी यूज्ड टू ब्लॉक दिस लेज़र लाइट, कैन बी यूज्ड टू reduce the background signal. So that's why we are using these two filters. In OSL dosimetry, optical transitions can occur when detector material is exposed to light. So the energy levels in crystalline structure of dosimeter consist of energy band, conduction band and valence band. I show you. So this is conduction band and valence band. So band gap that separates the valence from the conduction band, it contains localized energy levels. So as you can see, hole trap, electron trap, So these are the localized energy levels that are produced by defects in the structure of a crystalline material, that is because of the impurities of the carbon. So when crystals they are exposed to ionizing radiation, then electrons are excited to the conduction band and they will produce hole in a valence band. So the electron hole pairs move freely in a crystal lattice until they recombine with each other, or either captured by localized energy levels which act as a trap. As you can see, these are hole trap and electron trap. So इनमें ही recombination होता है, recombine करते हैं electrons. So the trapped concentration at the localized energy level, it gives a record of a radiation dose absorbed by the crystal material. So this record can be read by stimulating the trap charges back to the conduction band. So when the record is reading, how it can read? When you are stimulating the trap charges back to the conduction band, that result in an electron hole pair recombination and give the luminescence. So this signal intensity of a stimulated luminescence is directly related to a trap charge concentration and the absorbed dose. So apart from the conduction band and valence band, there is also a hole trap that acts as a recombination center. This is a recombination center. So these three types of the electron trap. So this constitutes the A1A. This is a shallow trap at a level A. On the level B, this is a dosimetric trap, and level C, this is a D trap. So this one dosimetry trapping जो है level B पे, this is the luminescence signal. This yields the luminescence signal that is used in the OSLD dosimetry. So in this figure, you will see the electronic transitions are occurring. These electronic transitions are occurring when the radiation that create the radiation induced electrons hole pairs and filling the traps. So in the this figure, you will see the corresponding transition during the readout, where you can see this is a light stimulation where optical stimulation forces the electrons. As you can see, this is optical stimulation forces the electrons to escape from the traps and recombine with the holes. So the trap charges can release to the conduction or the valence band using an optical stimulation. Once the trap charges escape, the electron hole will recombine. It is possible that will result to the OSL luminescence emissions. So this emission of light is correspond to the radiation absorbed. Next is a POSL, pulsed optically stimulated dosimeter, and this is another technique for OSLD that is used in a low doses. In this technique, the dosimeter is illuminated with burst of the short pulses of light from laser sources of LEDs. So the pulse frequency is on the order of approximately megahertz, and OSLD signal is detected in between the pulses over a large number of pulses that is integrated in between. The aluminum oxide activated with carbon dosimeters, they are commercially available and produced by the company Landwehr, and they are used in a Luxel trademark and inline trademark systems. So the aluminum oxide doped in copper crystals, they are converted into a powder and are used to produce a long plastic tapes with a total thickness of 0.3 mm, from which dosimeter of desired shape and size can be obtained for a use. So the dosimeter of a Landro Luxel TM batches, they are approximately 1.7 into 2.0 centimeter in size. So aluminium oxide topped with copper is bonded in a thin layer to a plastic substrate. This one is a old design of Luxel TM batches, and this one is a new design of a Luxel TM batch. So as you can see in this is a beta window, and this is a copper filter, and this is a tin filter, and in mid में आप देख रहे हो imaging filter, that is a perforated copper in the middle of the batch that is used to qualitatively assess the exposure conditions. In copper and tin filters are used to estimate the energy of the radiation and give the correction over the response at lower photon energies. And this is an inlight OSL dosimeter, and dosimeters of inlight batches, they contain a 4 round dosimeter that is a 7.0 mm in diameter that can be read individually. So dosimeter of inlight trademark give the dot contains single round dosimeter that is 7 mm in a diameter. It is in a single round. So inlight dot dosimeters can be placed in an adapter for readout in the inlight trademark reader. So the long OSL stripes can be used to record the CTDI, that is computer tomography dose index dose profiles in a CT. Advantage क्या है इस dosimeter की कि uniformity देता है sensitivity में, although OSL signal can be raised by optical elimination, that is called bleaching. So sensitivity changes related to filling of a deep traps in a crystal cannot be avoided. So aluminium oxide doped with a copper are also available in a single crystal form. They are typically 5 mm in diameter and 0.9 mm in thickness, and ideally they are used in a low dose measurements. So another advantage इनकी क्या है, they can be annealed at a high temperature to empty the deep electron and hole trap. OSL intensity, curve shape and dose response will vary from dosimeter to dosimeter. So barcode is used to identify both the dosimeter case and the slide. Longer time is required as compared to the Luxel system because of its the lower intensity. This is a OSL microstar dosimeter reader. Advantages की बात करें तो these dosimeters gives the uniformity in sensitivity. Although OSL signals can be erased by optical elimination, that is called bleaching also, then sensitivity changes related to filling a deep traps into the crystal cannot be avoided. So Al2O3 activated with carbon are also available in a single crystal form. They are typically 5 mm in diameter and 0.9 mm in thickness, and they are ideal to use for the low dose measurement. Another advantage इसकी बात करें तो they can be annealed at a high temperature to empty the deep electron and hole trap. OSL intensity, curve shape and dose response may vary from dosimeter to dosimeter. And now come to the comparison of TLD versus OSL dosimetry. OSL dosimetry has many advantages compared to the TLT dosimetry. OSL requires light to retrieve the dose record. This process is significantly very faster and more efficient compared to the heating required in TLTs. Light illumination can be controlled more precisely than a heating process. So OSL dosimeters, they are considered to be more accurate than TLD. OSL dosimeters are sensitive to very low and very high doses. Typically, OSL dosimeter can be used to record 10 micro sievert to several sievert. So most of the energy stored in TLD is depleted upon heating, leaving no possibility to reread the material. But in case of the OSLD, they release only a fraction of the absorbed energy when optically stimulated. So OSLD dosimeters can read a number of times, which can reduce the uncertainty of a result. So we can reread it so many times with a fraction of time. OSLD crystals can be manufactured in variety of form and shapes, such as powder or fiber. They are also highly stable in variations in temperature and humidity. So readout time of TLD is in a minutes. Dose range is 1 microgray to 100 gray. OSLD readout time is very less, that is in seconds, few seconds. So like 1 to 2 seconds. So dose range is 10 microgray to 10 gray.